nung paglaki dahil siya yung main kalaro ko nung bata. Tapos magkakaroon ng rehearsal sa bahay. Makikita ko parang may mga nakakalat na puppets. Tapos meron silang parang mga scenes na ginagawa. Tapos for me, all of it was just playtime. So parang makikipaglaro ako, makikipag-agawan ako ng puppets sa ibang puppeteers. Eventually, gumawa siya ng baby puppet for me. Tapos doon ako first time na nag-puppeteer. Parang may mother bird, tas baby bird ako. Tas ang main goal ko ay gayahin lang yung movement ng mother bird during the show. So from that moment on, parang unti-unti na nila akong ini-include. Hindi naman nila ako pinilit ever na maging puppeteer or maging designer or whatever. Pero lagi parang yung feeling na lagi akong nai-include. Kaya feeling ko eventually kinalakihan at nilove ko na lang talaga siya.
I believe she'll be proud of what we've done with Aina's design and the performance because it's our first time to work outside Teatrong Mulat and to see us create and perform to a bigger audience is, of course, an honor and something to be proud of because you're able to showcase what you've learned from Teatrong Mulat and share it with other audiences.
Because I'm studying at the University of Connecticut, I'm taking MA Puppet Arts. While I was studying there, I came across like different materials, different articles, different photos of other groups doing puppet shows. And then I came across Handspring Puppet Company, and they have done past productions then with animals. And then I saw the materiality of it, like medyo ragged, pero still very familiar. May certain feeling siyang ine-evoke na hindi ko ma-explain, pero parang ma-attach ka dun sa animal in a way. So I tried applying that to the Milky White. Yung direction kasi na Sir Clint and Miss Chari gave was, it's a local iteration. So merong Filipino elements in the design, but still it should be recognizable internationally. So for Milky White's design, what I retained from the past productions was the skeleton of hers because she was so sickly and she doesn't produce any milk. And I think it's important to retain that aspect just to show, one, the connection with the other designs and two, that characteristic of hers. For what I added naman was the production required for her to eat certain things. I added a layer of skin around her so she could contain those items inside her body.
Feed them to the cow!
Ang biggest consideration kay Milky White actually ay dahil isang person lang yung magpapuppet sa kanya all throughout the show. And then meron ngang mga items na kakainin siya along the way. As much as possible, dapat light pero sturdy yung design.
This is very challenging because there's only one puppeteer for one big puppet and you have to animate the puppet for it to move. Although in terms of structure, there are limited movements, but it's still challenging because it's a big puppet and it gets heavy when you hold it for a longer period of time.
I started researching about ano yung Filipino element na pwede i-add. So mostly ang inspiration ko dito kay Milky White for the Filipino element is like, what does the Filipino cow look like?
I watched several videos of live cows, how they move, how they sit down, because Milky White does a lot of sitting, standing up. And then eventually I tried to adopt some mannerisms of dogs and our pet rabbits. And then I just tried to humanize the puppet by what we do is we try to transfer our soul. We call it that in a way we try to give life or send our energy to the puppet.
To the woods to sell a friend. Someday you will have a real pet, Jack.
Parang it's more of like sympathy for animals na parang just because they can produce or like they can function the way they're supposed to function, ipapamigay na lang ba? Ganon. So what I'm trying to do with the design is parang bring it close to what Jack and Jack's mom is wearing, which is patches, inspired by Sir Raven's design. Yun na, parang yung sense of family. Isa rin siguro ay yung empathy, sympathy ng people sa animals na parang kahit na sickly, parang dapat pa rin namang alagaan. So medyo inviting in a way yung overall look at face ni Milky White.
The emotions had to come out not only through the movement but through my facial expressions. And what's rewarding is that some members of the audience would say, we enjoyed watching Milky White because you were very expressive, or we saw emotions through you. So I guess the rehearsals and learning how to move with Milky White helped a lot.
I'm really grateful to be part of Into the Woods. So far in my career, this is the biggest puppet design production na magagawa ako. At dahil makikipag-work ako with international designers, with such a great cast and a great story, malaki yung help niya sa development ko as an artist. So sobrang grateful lang ako na napili din yung Mulat for this one.
It's been fun and exciting every time we start a performance, especially because this is actually just my second time to perform outside Teatrong Mulat ng Pilipinas. And of course, being on stage with Miss Lea Salonga and other known actors, actresses is really an honor and a privilege to be part of.
So I hope with Into the Woods, people would see that the local puppet community could be on par with the global puppet scene as well.